Hey guys, it's Joe here, and today we'll be doing a video. Second, I need to go do something. So, this video is alternate future. Future where happened and radiation. So, yeah, these individual dots are where the specific bombs hit, and this is just the radiation in general. And this is part of one. We might have one later that's like Canada and then Britain, Russia, France, maybe. And we will be starting this over in let's see, where should we start it, do you think? How about let's start it with some I forgot to do one. There isn't one. There we go. Also, these are just random blobs. It's like the wind was blowing the radiation or whatever. But anyway, we'll go back down here and we'll start with Colorado. How about? So some Coloradans will be over here. And they begin expanding out into Colorado. They're a Colorado group. They don't really have anything other than Colorado. They will cross the border into Utah. Or not Utah. What the heck, me? It's Kansas. Anyway, once they do that, they'll decide to officially form. Let me do something. Never mind. Anyway, they will decide to officially form a country now that that is over, and it will have all the lands that they've currently explored, which includes part of Kansas. And so their new borders will end up looking like this. And we'll just delete this Colorado-Kansas border. And they'll end up looking like that, and they will declare themselves the state of Colorado. They declare themselves independent as they believe they are the only survivor group in the Americas, and all these groups will believe that in themselves unless they are formed from another group, in which case Colorado is not. So it thinks itself is the only one. However, that will quickly be proved wrong. Not to them, though, because they don't know that this group exists, because it's on the other side of radiation wall. It is over here in Oklahoma, where a group begins expanding out and about this state and deciding to expand around until they have a pretty sizable area here below the radiation, which they are trapped by. They try going south, but then realize that the radiation clouds are there and begin expanding. They spearhead north and climb out here and begin expanding around here. However, the radiation clouds stop them once again. And they will end up looking like this. And they will also, like Colorado, declare themselves an independent group. However, they won't claim their northern counterpart as as a group connected to this one. They will declare it another group, a different country. Now, the colors are like state nationalities, I guess. That every country won't have its own color. This is the Oklahoma one, which actually probably at this point controls more not Oklahoma lands, maybe not. And then that one's the Colorado color. But anyway, I will erase the borders within borders. This northern Oklahoman state and this southern Oklahoma state. And they are Oklahoma. Oklahoma, you know, and they're there. Now they begin attempts using air conditioning, just kidding, not air conditioning, but they make slightly successful attempts to clear the radiation from this area in Oklahoma. Also, the wind is kind of helping them. So Oklahoma's radiation cloud will have that chip taken out. Then we'll have the heck, where even am I? Hmm. Texas. Anyway, the Oklahomans as I was saying, end up being angry at each other until we have a scenario that's like this, with this one betraying the original Oklahoma and declaring war in this area of Oklahoma, with the fighting starting in Arkansas and lining the Arkansas border. The Oklahomans, the not original ones, say that if they give them all the Arkansas land that is within the Oklahoman people, is controlled by the Oklahomans, then they will allow them to go without any other territorial loss, and they agree, and the two Oklahoman nations once again enter existence. Now, while all this is happening, some actual people from Arkansas come in Arkansas and begin their own efforts to to delete the radiation cloud, which they will be much more successful than the Oklahomans, pushing it back Well, these people also begin working on this side, not realizing that they're not doing that down here, and eventually they'll meet up here. And the orange quickly expanded this land, realizing that the Oklahomans will take it if plausible, and they will push up against the Oklahomans. And will declare a country out of all the territory they control, wanting to unite all the lands originally belonging to Ar So these Arkansasans, they believe in reestablishing the U.S., but they also believe that all the states should keep their original borders. So they will declare war because of this on the Oklahomans. First, this one, because it doesn't have any land, because the other one doesn't have any land in Arkansas. And now the other Oklahoma would have defended them, though they wouldn't have any land if that war hadn't happened. But because that war happened, then they will not join this war. And the blue team will be utterly wrecked by the Arkansas people. And in this peace treaty, they are restricted from ever expanding into land that is formerly Arkansas land, and all that Arkansas land will be given to them. So, in this peace treaty, a couple things will happen. The first of which is actually this land up north going over to Oklahomans, but the other Oklahomans, but it comes at a price. They have to give up their Texan territory and will be annexed actually into Arkansas, as well as this part in Missouri. Arkansas says that they will give this to any Texan and Missouri groups that come out of the shadows, and they also annex all of the other not Missouri group, and they will take all this Arkansas group. Wait, not Missouri. Obviously, it's not Missouri. Don't know why I said that. But anyway, these areas will become puppet states of Arkansas. And also in the peace treaty, I forgot to mention this, Arkansas will annex this Arkansas territory. However, it also establishes an alliance between Arkansas and this Oklahoma nation that is not the one that they invaded. This is the original one. Just so you know. That is supposed to clear radiation from areas, and they begin work immediately clearing radiation from around the areas that are inhabited by these people. They will also begin pushing on this one in northern Arkansas. However, they will not go into the however, they are not able to completely clear Nashville or the ruins of Little Rock. Which will bring us to a new layer. And the first thing on this new layer is new. It is declared as the Great City. It's here in their new annexed land, and it is declared the city of New Little Rock. As they say that makes sense to make a new one, that they are never going to move back into the old Little Rock because it is just too radiated and it wouldn't make sense. So that becomes a city of theirs. Anyway, let's go back and check on Colorado, who is still doing some Colorado things here, and they will begin working away on radiation in their state. And then something extraordinary that isn't extraordinary happens. Some Kansas people on this side begin expanding, and soon they meet the border of Colorado, overpower them, and destroy the world. Just kidding. They expand and they meet the border of Colorado and go into Colorado, shocking Coloradoans, and into Oklahoma until they have this land. Now they're extremely larger than Colorado, and they could easily overpower and conquer Colorado if they wanted to, but they don't want to, is the thing. They offer something to Colorado, something surprising. They offer to sell these lands to Colorado. They are official Coloradan lands, and so obviously Colorado will say yes. Now, Kansas has a similar policy as, um, you know, Arkansas. They believe in reestablishing the U.S. and keeping all state borders as they were. So they also asked to buy this piece of land from Colorado. They have different ways of doing this. Obviously, they aren't doing it from through war. They're doing it through peaceful purchases. However, it's unlikely that the um Kansas groups would have sold, not the Kansas groups, the other Oklahoma country would have sold their entire country to them. So these people might, you could say, um, do a little war in the future, and Arkansas might do little peaceful annexations in the future, but that won't be happening right now. And also, this Oklahoma panhandle is saved as a puppet state. Well, not really puppet, but a state controlled by the Kansas for any future Oklahoma groups that might pop up to gain. In which an Oklahoma group does pop up, actually within the lands that they hadn't noticed before, and they are given control of their strip. And they also make a radiation clearing alliance between these three friendly states, and they begin clearing it along in Kansas. They discover a radiated city down here, and one up here, and eventually clear this whole cloud from existence. And as well as beginning clearing the Oklahoma border and into New Mexico and over here until almost all of Oklahoma is free of radiation, except for Oklahoma City, which these people clear out eventually. And then their two radiation clearing groups meet, and this Oklahoma unites with that Oklahoma, and they kick radiation out of Oklahoma and push this group back down there till there is no more radiation in or around Oklahoma. Now, this area is starting to be a clear spot from radiation, which is good, hopefully. So they agree on a deal. So all known lands of Oklahoma, well, all explored lands, they're all known already, obviously. All explored lands of Oklahoma will be granted to the Oklahomans, obviously, because there's no one else to grant it to, which is just about here. Is all the explored. They deradiated all of this Oklahoman land, but they didn't actually explore all of it. So the land that is granted to Oklahoma is this territory, which makes Oklahoma the largest and arguably strongest country in the world. Well, not in the world, they're ranked at this point. The other series, like the Canada, Britain, France, Italy, Germany ones, Russia, too, China, and Japan, whatever. There will be other probably stronger countries other that are stronger than Oklahoma at this point. But who cares? They're the strongest in the US, probably in North America too. As I doubt strong groups would have been able to form out of Canada or Mexico at this point. Mexico, because Mexico is kind of a mess right now, and Canada, simply because Canada doesn't have the means to form like stronger stuff than this. And this isn't too strong. Kind of obviously. It's just Oklahoma. But Oklahoma wants to build a city like New Little Rock, Arkansas, and so they decide to do just that, building it kind of not good for some people. It's fully safe, but some people kind of worried. Kind of close to Oklahoma City. On the exact, you could draw a straight line straight from the center of here, and it would reach the center of the irradiated Oklahoma City, and it wouldn't be too long of a line either. But it is safe. There's no radiation clouds yet. And this city is called Oklahoma Town, not Oklahoma. Because they don't think it's enough to be a city yet. So it's Oklahoma Town. And it will become the capital of Oklahoma. Speaking of, we're going to be adding capital city dots now, like in Wixo, over capital cities, which so far is only Oklahoma Town and New Little Rock, which are the only cities so far. But anyway, that will do it for today's episode. Please like and subscribe so we can reach our goal of 100 subscribers by 2026, and I will see you next time.